And Sena MP Sanjay Raut has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. He is Uddhav Thackeray's prime troubleshooter, and he was arrested after over 6 hours of questioning in an alleged land scam case. Now, Raut has alleged that he was being targeted by the centre to weaken Team Thackeray. In fact, as we said, Priyanka Chaturvedi putting a notice in the Rajya Sabha to discuss his arrest. Enforcement Directorate officials had searched Raut's home for most part on Sunday after he refused to appear for questioning. The probe agency team had reached his home at 7 a.m. He was taken to the ED office by the evening and then arrested around midnight. Raut will be produced before a court in Mumbai later today, where the ED will seek his custody. Let's go across to my colleague Sohit now for more. And Sohit, so he's expected to be brought before the court at around 11:30. Also, the Shiv Sena planning protest today. We saw Priyanka Chaturvedi, holding a solitary protest with a placard outside the parliament earlier today. Rajya Sabha, however, has been adjourned, but the Shiv Sena planning protest, Sanjay Raut is going to be brought to court at 11:30.
Well, Gagi, we were expecting, and that is what was told in the morning, that Sanjay Raut will come to the court by 11:30. But before that, he needs to go for a medical test that will happen at the JJ hospital. This is the ED office, and we are still waiting for Sanjay Raut to come out. And once he comes out, he will be then taken to the JJ hospital, where his medical test will happen, and only after that he will be taken to the court. While in the court, the agency will seek his custody. And they are saying that they have found several evidence that goes against Sanjay Raut, and for investigating him in this entire case, they need their custody. So this is going to happen today, but as of now, what I can say is that no one from the ED office has been out. Although there was a car earlier and we were expecting Sanjay Raut to come out, but they did not bring him out as of now. So it might be delayed that he will go, he will reach at the court late, or it might happen later. Right now we are at the ED office, and as you could see, only the media officials or very few people who are working over here are allowed. The police security has been deployed. There is heavy police security that is on both the sides. The roads have been closed as well. This is happening because even yesterday we saw how the Shiv Sena workers did protest outside Sanjay Raut's residence, and yes, even today the Shiv Sena workers are planning to protest in several places across Maharashtra, where they will be protesting against the ED and protesting against the arrest of Sanjay Raut. So this is currently what is happening, and we also saw what Priyanka Chaturvedi, who is in Delhi, in fact Sanjay Raut himself yesterday told the ED officials that since the session is going on, he will be going to Delhi, but the ED officials did not allow that, and they first detained him, brought him to the ED office, and after questioning for hours and hours, he was later arrested late night. And today he will be presented right in front of the court. Now, while the ED officials or their sources have been saying that three most important things. Number one, unaccounted cash was they found unaccounted cash at his residence. Number two, they found a lot of evidences and documents that they might be presenting to the court. And number three, Sanjay Raut was not cooperating with them in the entire investigation. So these are the three reasons that is being given by the ED officials for his arrest. But now once they go to the court to seek the custody, what are the evidence that they actually present to the court, and what Sanjay Raut's lawyer, these are the very important things that we need to see, because even yesterday we saw him tweet like 5 times in the morning itself. Later, when he came to the ED office where I am currently, he also spoke to the media and said that this is being done purposely so to weaken the Shiv Sena, the Uddhav camp of Shiv Sena. And Sanjay Raut, as we all know, is one person who has been very vocal since day one, and that is why he claims that he is being targeted and pressurized by the ED officials as well as by the central and the current state government. So Shiv Sena is opposing this, and there are protests that are expected to happen in several places. There was a protest, or at least a notice was given by Priyanka Chaturvedi in the Rajya Sabha as well, but as of now, as you said, that it has been adjourned for the moment, so it will be important to see that what happens over there as well. But yes, Sanjay Raut will come out in some time to go to the medical test, and later he'll be taken to the court today itself.
That's right. Sohit, and also just to, point out that Sanjay Raut is somebody who was a major critic of the government during the entire Maharashtra crisis just before the Uddhav Thackeray government fell. He was one of the most vocal there, and that is when he first received the summons for the ED.
Absolutely. In fact, on 15th of February, when Uddhav Thackeray was still the Chief Minister, the MVA government was in power, Sanjay Raut all of a sudden said that there will be a press conference that will happen at Shiv Sena Bhavan. Over there, he said that I have been told that you should stay away from the government. This government will topple soon, and if you don't do that, there will be ED cases against you. And I am telling them that whatever you want to do, you can do, but I will be with this government. This is what he said. Later, what we see is that the government changes. Sanjay Raut is given summon on 1st of July. That is the first time he comes to this very office where he is questioned for 10 hours. Later, he was again summoned on 20th of July and 27th of July. He does not come. He says that since the parliament session is going on, only after 7th of August he will be able to come. But in between that, the ED officials reach at their residence, and later what we can say is that he is arrested, and today he will be presented in the court. So that is what Sanjay Raut has been saying. In fact, that is what the Shiv Sena is being saying. Like for example, I'll give you two examples for this. Pratap Sarnaik is a Shiv Sena MLA who had earlier received ED notices. He was summoned as well. The other one is Yashwant Jadhav, who was a standing committee in BMC. His wife is Yamini Yashwant Jadhav, who is an MLA from Shiv Sena. Now, both of these MLAs are now with the Eknath Shinde camp, and no more they are getting any summons. This is what the Shiv Sena leaders are saying, that since they have switched the camps, they are not being bothered by the ED, but people who did not go on the other side, they are getting summons, they are getting arrested, and that is the reason they are going to protest today as well. In fact, they call this government, the current government, as ED government. Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis ED. This is also a very clever wordplay that is being done by Shiv Sena, Uddhav camps of Shiv Sena. But yes, they have been claiming that Sanjay Raut has been one person who has been very vocal. In fact, every day he speaks to the media. We see the editorials in this Shiv Sena's mouthpiece, Samna, that is written by him. Recently, if you remember that, he took a two-part interview of Uddhav Thackeray as well. So he is very well known to be the one who of Shiv Sena. But now, since he has been arrested, Shiv Sena is going to protest across the state today.